What's up guys, Jody and Bryson here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to stop hating your body. So the reason that I'm talking about this today is that I know that a lot of people struggle when it comes to being confident and feeling good about their body. And that causes a lot of shame, a lot of discomfort. And that's something that I've experienced myself, hence why I wanted to come on and talk about it today. If you are new to the channel, press the subscribe button. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Joe. I'm an online life and fitness coach. I help people to improve their confidence, to transform their physique, and just to generally improve other areas of their life that they're struggling with. Now, where did this body shame, where did that happen? When did that start happening for me? So I was always a smaller boy growing up, size-wise, just to clarify, and I struggled when it came to feeling confident about myself and my body and my physique, and that started from quite a young age. Despite the fact that I was pretty popular, you know, I was quite popular with the girls. You know, I was very good at playing football, soccer for those of you guys in the US. And yeah, like I wasn't an unconfident boy, but I was always aware and conscious of the fact that I was smaller than the other guys, and that really started to play into me, like affect my confidence when I moved to my second school at age 11 or 12, and I always had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder because I was used to be getting teased about being smaller, especially when I changed schools. So I was running around like being a little bit cocky. Like I felt like I needed to big up my ego to make myself appear to be stronger and tougher than what I really was, because I've always been a very sensitive kind of guy, and that protected me in some way from being teased. But the problem was that I had like quite a big chip on my shoulder, and I would get very defensive when people would tease me, and that only really encouraged them to tease me more. But honestly, if you're watching this video and you know you struggled at school, you were bullied or anything like that, I want you to realize that there's probably nothing that you could have done. You know, it wasn't your fault that you experienced those things. There was nothing wrong with you. You know, whether you were on the larger side, or whether you were just very quiet, or you know that you were gay, or you know whatever it was that you were bullied for, you need to realize that there was nothing wrong with you. Okay, it was the other person. It was what these other people were doing. These other people were probably experiencing maybe experiencing hard times as well. And looking back, like it's easy for us to realize that, but unfortunately we accumulate a lot of pain, a lot of insecurity, a lot of shame around those areas when we feel like we're constantly being attacked. So I was always a lot smaller, and that became a lot more apparent when I was going through my adolescent years, about 13, 14, 15 years old. All the other boys were physically maturing, you know, their voices were getting deeper. You know, they were going through puberty, they were looking taller, bigger, stronger, and I still looked like a prepubescent 10-year-old boy. And that was, you know, deeply damaging for my confidence, because I didn't necessarily get the arm around the shoulder that I probably could have done with. You know, there was quite a lot of tough love in my home environment. You needed to be quite resilient, and I took that resilience to me when I went to school as well. So I was still pretending that I was super confident and stuff like that, but I started to disengage. I started to dissociate myself from the other kids, especially the ones that were, you know, more popular and more confident. And I started to hang around with guys I felt a little bit more comfortable with, that probably were quite unconfident as well. And so things started to change for me then, and I really started to accept the fact that I was insecure and the fact that I was unconfident, and didn't really try to go outside of my comfort zone. I was struggling a lot on the football field. Like previously I was extremely good at football, but due to the fact that my confidence had gone down and the fact that all the other guys around me were a lot more physically stronger and bigger, I really struggled in that department, and I started to lose that sense of accomplishment when I was playing. So that had a knock-on effect on my confidence with girls as well, and so I became a lot more interested in academics, which seemed like the only thing that I could feasibly control. But the problem with that was that it wasn't really something that I was hugely passionate or excited about. It was something that I could do, but not something that I really particularly enjoyed. So I moved. Obviously I finished school at 16, went to college, and that sort of lack of confidence really continued there, as I was a part of kind of two different friendship groups, but didn't really belong to either, which left me feeling like a bit of an outsider, and you know, like I just didn't feel like I had like anyone really there for me that I could really relate to, that I really connected and clicked with. So I invested a lot of my time into coaching, into sports coaching, and becoming a football coach, soccer coach, and I invested a lot of time into doing really well with my academic studies, so that I could go to university and change my environment. So I did that, and I went to uni. I went to go and do a sports coaching course, and you know, I was still carrying a lot of insecurities and fears and doubts about myself, especially when it came to my physique and my body. And I was still quite small when I went to university. My voice probably still wasn't really breaking, or maybe I was kind of going through puberty at that stage, but still like not looking like a man, and you know, looking very young compared to everyone else at university, and that made me feel quite insecure. So you know, I didn't really speak up for myself. I was kind of putting on a sense of confidence and stuff like that, because I thought that was, you know, the way that I should be, that it wasn't acceptable for me to be insecure. It wasn't acceptable for me to not be the alpha male. So I was kind of trying to do that, but not really succeeding very well because of how much insecurity I was facing, and it also didn't help that I was teased quite a lot at university, because I was carrying a little bit more extra weight and fat than the other guys that I was friends with. You know, I was friends with a lot of very sporty, athletic guys, and I was always a bit thicker, a bit stockier, and a bit smaller. So I was kind of fat shamed quite a bit for that, and that again started to get me down and make me feel insecure about myself, which as a knock-on effect affected my ability to to talk to girls and to feel confident in that department, and affected me in a range of different ways. And my fitness journey really started in my third year of university, where I just kind of became obsessed with getting a six-pack. So I was going out running all the time. I was doing press-ups. I stopped having takeaway after a night out, like everyone else was having takeaway after a night out, and I completely stopped doing that. But the thing is that it was motivated from a place of feeling insignificant and feeling inadequate about my body. And that feeling has, doesn't ever completely disappear, but it's a lot less potent than it once was, because I've changed my relationship with my body. I've changed my relationship with fitness. I lift because it makes me feel good, it makes me feel powerful, and I know that the fact that I lift a lot of weight is going to mean that I'm going to put on a lot of muscle, that I'm going to be a lot bulkier, and I'm not going to fit that athletic, slim ideal that is upholded by society or by mainstream society. So, and that's okay. Like it's tough sometimes, because you want approval, you want people to tell you how great you're looking and stuff like that, and I don't always get that. I don't always receive that, especially from important people in my life. But at the end of the day, it's important to realize that the only person that matters is you, and what you want, and how you want to look, and how you want to feel. And I understand, like, if you've been through times where you felt insecure about your body, you felt ashamed about your body, but you just need to know that your body is the vessel for you and your life. It's the vessel that you get to experience your emotions. You get to see the world through your body, and it's so very important to be appreciative of it. And I know that's hard when you feel like it's not good enough, but it's because we get into the trap of comparing our body to other people, and everyone's body is genetically different. We all have a genetic code that will determine to a certain extent what our body is going to look like. Okay, so for me, I'm always going to be a bit heavier. I'm always going to be a bit thicker. I was born quite heavy. So for me to try to fit the very slim, athletic, appearance, physique, would require me to live a lifestyle I don't actually enjoy, that I don't really want to live. I'd have to be extremely strict with my diet. I'd have to do tons of cardio all the time, and I love my food, and I don't really enjoy cardio that much, right? So it's not to say that I'm inactive. I go for walks every day. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hit some HIIT workouts, but my main passion is lifting weight, and that's what I enjoy doing. So my message to you is that to stop focusing on what other people are doing and start focusing on what you enjoy, and what makes you feel good in your fitness journey. And I can promise you that it's when the majority of people will praise you and will compliment you, and and will see you doing well, see you losing weight, or see you looking more, you know, powerful, more alive. Maybe that will change the way that you're showing up to people, being more confident, being more full of energy, and people will notice that, and I want that for you. So if you're watching today, I want you to reflect on, you know, the past and why you feel maybe insecure about your body, and try to accept what's happened, and understand that lots of people have been through that. Even the people that are doing you know, loads of fitness on all over Instagram, a lot of them are probably quite insecure about their body, you know, that they've had a background, a past where they might have felt insecure about their body, and we all have carried those insecurities. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but it's important to not live in that place, to not let them insecurities determine your life and the way that you live it. So thanks for watching, guys. Do feel free to share this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.